So today we're going to make 7-Up biscuits with sage, sausage, and gravy. Microwave safe plate. And I'm going to spray this with some cooking spray, sugar, flour, eggs, butter, and almond extract. My friend Mary, who I've known for a long time, texted me a while ago and suggested that I make the 7-Up biscuits, which is a great idea, and I haven't made them probably only made them a couple times, and it's been many years. But she made them. She said that she'd made them, and she put some crumbled bacon, shredded cheddar, shredded parm, garlic powder, and black pepper on them. Yum. And then she also did some where she mixed in cinnamon chips and then baked a streusel on top and then put cream cheese frosting on it. So yeah, she's legit. She knows what she's doing. So taking her advice, and we're going to make the 7-Up biscuits, which are only 4 ingredients. And then we'll make some sausage gravy. I had mentioned that I had been in Austin and I had this phenomenal sausage gravy at a place called Snooze, but I'm not making that one. I found I found the recipe online for it, but I decided I would just make sort of a more basic recipe. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna start out with just the 4 ingredients for the biscuits, which are Bisquick, which I had to go purchase because I don't know the last time I bought Bisquick. Sour cream. Ooh, it's a bright sun coming in. 7-Up, of course, and butter. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So let's get started. So we're gonna make it in a 9x9 pan. If you doubled this recipe, you could put it into a 13x9. And it starts out with 2 cups of Bisquick. So I should probably be measuring this the way I always tell you to measure things, but I'm not going to because that seems complicated for me right now on a Saturday morning. So I'm putting in 2 cups of Bisquick mix, which also looks like it would be a good idea to sift because it's very clumpy, but I'm not going to do that either. 2 cups. Now we're going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream to this, and it says to cut in the sour cream. I'm just going to mix it in. I don't know. It makes, it says very kind of a wet dough, so we'll see what happens. So 1/2 cup of sour cream, and I think my version of cutting this in is going to be just using a fork to mix it together, and we'll see how that works. I have right here, so I'm just going to kind of get this mixed in. Okay, so I cut in the sour cream into the Bisquick. It made a pretty crumbly mixture. Now I'm going to add 1/2 cup of 7-Up. Imagine this is where science comes in, gets involved. And I don't know, the bubbles act as a rising agent. You know, what do I know? 1/2 cup of 7-Up. So I'll have to make some mixed drinks or something. And then that gets dumped in and mixed together. I'm a slight bit nervous about this, so I keep reminding myself I don't have to post it if it doesn't turn out. Okay, so the next step is melting a 1/4 cup of butter, which is 1/2 stick of butter, and putting it in the bottom of your 9x9 pan. since I was preheating the oven anyway, I just put my half a stick of butter in and let it melt in the preheated oven. So now I have melted butter, half a stick in the bottom of that. This is a very, very wet dough. So I'm going to put quite a bit of Bisquick down, and we'll see what happens, okay? So I'm going to turn my dough out here onto the surface, and wish Mary was here. I'm going to pour some on top so that I can even touch it, because it is a very wet dough. If you're not getting that from the 12 other times I said it. So I'm going to kind of pat this down into a biscuit, like, you know, half an inch, I guess. Maybe not even that much. Maybe I did it too much. Okay. And now I happen to have a biscuit cutter. I just got these kind of recently. But if you don't, you can use like a cup or something to just kind of, you know, pull it out. Okay, it came up. So I'm going to take my biscuit and put it in my pan here and keep moving. Okay, I think the key there might have been putting down enough Bisquick to be able to handle the dough. So I'm going to do, try and get 9 of them in here. And we'll see if that works. And I'll check back with you in a sec. So I definitely had a good amount of dough left, which tells me that I probably made these too thin, that I should have made them thicker, or I wouldn't have had that much dough left. But they're done, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in a 450-degree oven for 12 to 15 minutes, and we'll see if I have hockey pucks or fluffy biscuits. Be back in a bit. First, I'm going to apologize for I had to strip some of my clothes off. It's getting hot in here with the oven, and I mean, have you guys heard of menopause before? I mean, it is, what? Yeah, I thought I was too young too. I mean, thanks for saying that, because, I mean, I'm only 48. It's no joke. Just put that out there. So, here's where I think I went wrong. They're a little too flat, but I think that is simply because I patted down the dough too much, and I should have done, because like I said, I had dough left. I shouldn't have had that much dough left. But look at, they look really beautiful. Let's open them up. Yeah, they look great. Okay, so yeah, I think if I just would have made them thicker, it all would have been great. So there's your 7-Up biscuits. No fuss, no muss. So now we're going to get started with the sausage gravy portion of the episode. For this, you're going to need your recipe, so you can read off of it. You're going to want a package of sausage. You know, I've already browned the sausage, but this is, you know, your generic roll of 16 ounces of sausage. This is sage sausage, which is definitely the recommendation. They don't always carry sage. They have it now, I think, because of Thanksgiving and people making sausage stuffing and so forth. But no biggie. If you just have to get a regular sausage, you can just add dried sage to it, like a quarter to a half a teaspoon of dried sage, and there you have it. So you need that. You need half a stick of butter, flour, milk. I would go with whole milk here. We're not trying to make diet sausage gravy. Onion powder, salt, and pepper, and that's pretty much it. So I've already browned the sausage, and I just simply put that in a frying pan, crushed it up with a fork as it browned, and then drained it to get a lot of the grease off of it. So now I'm going to move our little operation over to the stove, where we're going to make this, which really is going to take maybe a total of 7 or 8 minutes, soup to nuts. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay. Nope. Okay, So I'm going to turn on our burner on like medium-ish. I'm going to dump my, I'm going to put in my half a stick of butter, a quarter cup of butter. And then I'm going to let that melt. I'll be right back. Okay, so my butter is melting. I'm going to add my already cooked browned sausage back into the pan. You can use the same pan. No need to dirty up another one. Okay, gonna get this kind of coated in the butter. And then we're gonna sprinkle on here a half a cup of flour, just all-purpose flour. I want this heat to be a little bit high because in a second, we're gonna get this to a boil before we turn it down and let it thicken. So that's a half a cup of flour. So we're gonna stir this up and we're gonna cook this for a good 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to try not to say things so that I can cut this part out. I'm just going to have to watch my sidearm for that amount of time. Okay, so I stirred it up for about 2 minutes. The reason for this, I think, is to kind of cook the flour out of it, or the taste of flour. So that if you cook it longer, if you don't cook it long enough, it kind of tastes floury. You know what I mean? So anyway, now I'm going to take 4 cups of whole milk and kind of slowly start to get that in there while I'm mixing it up. Obviously, the heat is going to come down because this is cold milk. Whoops, I just spilled most of it. Uh-oh. Perhaps my pan wasn't big enough. Okay. We are going to get this back up to a gentle simmering boilish type thing, and then turn it down so it kind of continues to simmer until it thickens, which is going to be a 4 to 5 minute process. While this is heating back up, I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and a half a teaspoon, 2/4 of salt. And at this point, if you weren't able to get sage sausage, you just were using regular, then go ahead and add the sage as well. I might even add a little extra sage because I like sage. Okay, and so we're gonna let this come back up. Okay, so I got it up to a boil. It took maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And now I've turned the heat down because obviously I don't want it to boil over. I don't want it to scald the bottom. So I'm just going to let this kind of gently simmer for maybe another minute or 2. You can see how it's already thickening up pretty nicely. Of course, once you turn the heat off and let it sit, it'll thicken even more, so you don't want to worry too much about it. Most likely what you'll find is even if we stop now, which we're about to, it'll get really thick, and then when you reheat it to eat the leftovers or something, you'll probably need to add some milk to it to thin it out. So I'm literally going to just give this another minute, and I'll be back. 7-Up Biscuits, sage sausage gravy. I'm going to put a little bit of this on here. It's nice consistency. Drizzle a little bit of that on. Fantastic. Top that with a fried egg, and you have yourself a delicious breakfast. Maybe a few croissants on the side, if you know what I'm saying. These are just a version of those cheater croissants that I made last season, in season 1. Cheater almond croissants, they were called. These, however, are not almond. So these are Trader Joe's biscuits. Got off topic. Trader Joe's, not biscuits, croissants that they're uncooked, and they come just like 8 mini croissants to a bag, and you just bake them. And so I did, and then I put Nutella in a couple of them, and this is called pearl sugar. That's on the top. Then Trader Joe's has a new thing. I don't know if we've talked about this yet, just like a cinnamon bun filling. It's just a jar of the filling. You would put, it's like a honey cinnamon filling. That's what's in this one. And then I just, drizzled it with a little confectioner sugar drizzle stuff. And they're cheater croissants. I mean, right? Done and done.